right, here we go. Mo3, welcome to Vlad TV.
What's up, man? We here.
Hey, man, quite a body of work. Quite a body of work.
Appreciate it.
How many years now have you been like consistently putting out shit now?
3.5, like 4.
Okay, almost seems like it's longer because I've seen some of these videos that are like 5 years old and such.
Oh, see,
So,
it might be where you talking about like right now, like right now, I won't say like 3.5, 4, like. Man.
Congrats, man.
Appreciate
Congrats. You got some big songs under your belt.
Appreciate
you know, and I think in a world where mumble rap is kind of running things, I feel like you're actually lyrical and you take a lot of time with your verses.
Yeah, no, for sure. I want you to get the message.
No doubt. No doubt. Well, this is your first time here.
Yeah, it's my first time.
Let's start from the beginning. So you grew up in Dallas?
Yeah.
Okay. North Dallas?
Yeah, in Afghanistan, man. Far as line I did.
Okay. So tell me about Dallas growing up.
Shit, it's like every other city in a way. If you're talking about the streets and the struggle, shit, it's a hood everywhere. You know what I'm saying? It's a struggle everywhere. You know what I'm saying? It's a neighborhood where it's violence and crime everywhere. So, shit, growing up, I had fun, got in trouble. Good days, it was bad days. So.
Okay. So you talked about before growing up with your mom. Was your dad around also?
Yeah, he was around, but they wasn't together, but they were separated. But I always had my daddy. He was a real nigga. A lot of niggas' daddy don't stay in the picture, you know what I'm saying, once they depart. But shit, my daddy, he was there for the most part.
Okay, and it was you and how many siblings?
Shit, it's 8 of us with my daddy, but with me and my mama, it's just me and my brothers.
Okay, how many brothers?
I got one with me and my mama, but I got partners. That my mama raised in the same house, like for real, like living with us. Like they wasn't with their mamas, they was with us.
So you had one of these moms, one of these, everyone kind of has these neighborhood moms that if you get in trouble or whatever, you could go stay with them.
That was my mama, yeah. Like kids in the neighborhood that ran away from home, they end up at Mo3 house. They end up at my mama's house. Like she cooking, she don't even be knowing half the time. Like why them boys in there? Like they been over here for about 2 weeks now. They ain't where they mama at. She ain't, they hungry. She gonna feed them. Some of my partners end up staying so long. Like when holidays come around, like Thanksgiving, Christmas, shit, they got something up under the tree. Like, so shit. I had that mama, the neighborhood mama, like, you come to my house.
I mean, that's amazing because your mom wasn't rich.
Yeah, nah, she wasn't. Nah, for real.
Yeah.
We were bunched up in a 2-bedroom, like all my partners, like, make a pallet on the floor. Some of us get the bed, and it was crazy. Like shit, even though this my house, like some of my partners will beat me to my house before I get there. They done already ate. They done already got their spot in the bed and everything. I gotta sleep on the floor. I gotta sleep on the couch. You know what I'm saying? So, like, yeah.
That's kind of dope, man. I dig that.
Yeah.
I definitely dig that. Oh, okay. So you're growing up in this environment, but you actually start getting into trouble pretty early, like 12, 13?
Yeah, I had my first gun. I was 12. Yeah, I had a Deuce 5. I stole it from my big cousin. He doing 23 years right now.
So you ended up stealing your cousin's gun.
Yeah.
And I guess you didn't even have the clip or nothing. It was
I
just
ain't
the
had a
gun by
clip.
itself.
Oh, you watching me? Yeah, I ain't had a clip. That's real life. I ain't had a clip to that bitch though, but I had the gun though. So I thought that was cool enough.
Okay, so you steal your cousin's gun with no clip and no bullets. And what do you actually do with it?
Man, I was trying to. It was for a protection thing, but I wasn't thinking about not having a clip. You know what I'm saying? So like at the time, like I'm not thinking about you supposed to have bullets to the gun. You need the clip for the gun to work. I'm just thinking at the time I'm 12 years old walking around the neighborhood with a gun. That's all y'all see. Y'all don't see it don't have no clip. You know what I'm saying? So, it was just like, it was some crazy shit. I ended up getting that bitch took. Police came and got it and some more shit. All type of shit, man. So.
Okay, so was there a situation with the gun that made the police come, or did someone just snitch on you and said
Nah,
Mo3 had a
no, no,
gun?
no, 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 no. It was a situation with the gun. I was getting bullied and shit in the neighborhood. But that ain't what made the police come. What it was family and people around the neighborhood. Like Mo3 running around here with a gun. That boy got a gun. I don't know where he got it from and whoop the whoop, all that type of shit. Mama ended up finding it and shit. And so, you know.
Okay, police came, and did you go juvenile at all, or
Nah,
they just gave you a
not at that
slap on the
time. Not
wrist?
at that time. You know, at that time, 12 years old, you couldn't go to juvenile. You can go, but you can stay just for a little bit. But you weren't finna do no time or no shit like that. I ain't actually start going to jail to like staying in there to like 14, like staying in there, like you know what I'm saying. So
Okay, and what were you getting caught at like 14 for?
my first case, aggravated robbery, deadly weapon. Yeah, I got a lot of
Okay,
aggravated robberies.
okay, so aggravated robbery. What exactly were you doing?
Uh, you know, aggravated robbery. You know what you do?
Okay, all right, you're robbing people, and you were getting caught in the process.
Yeah.
Okay, so 14, 15, you get caught for a robbery. What do they give you?
Um, first time I go to jail, I stay for like I want to say like 4 to 5 months. I come back home on a monitor on probation. Catch the same charge again. Now I'm going to placement. You know, in Texas we got in the juvenile system we got a thing called placement. They probably got that everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Placement is where you go to somewhere outside the juvenile. You know, they ship you somewhere. It's like a boys' home or something. You know what I'm saying? So after that, it still continued. I ended up in Madlock, TYC. I went to CCD. I went to Sequoia. I went to Service. I've been to a lot of this shit. Everything, every correctional facility Dallas had for juvenile at the time, like my mama had to come to this shit, and I went to all this shit. Like,
Okay, so you kept going through these robberies and these, in this jail time, and then at 17, it got more serious.
yeah, I caught 4 of them at 17. 4 aggravated robbery with a deadly weapon. I went to TDC. First time, first adult charge. The only reason they did me like that is because the juvenile charge showed the same pattern. You know what I'm saying? So,
Okay, what was it about robbing people that really was so appealing to you at that point?
no. You ain't got it. You know what I'm saying? You got to find a way to get it, right?
Right, but you're getting caught in the process. You see what I'm saying? Like you're doing it and you're making the quick money, but you're
But
also
yeah,
going to
you got
jail.
some good days, you got some bad days, man. I had some bad days. Yeah.
So then at 17, they catch you on 4 robberies, and I guess you were facing 45 years.
Yeah.
And your mom tried to help, and in the process, kind of messed herself up.
Lost everything. House, car, everything. She was living with my auntie. She had to move in with my auntie.
Okay, so here you are messing up your own life, but now you start messing up your mom's life
Yeah. Yeah.
because trying to come up with lawyer money and so forth, she ends up losing her own house,
Yeah.
losing her car, and so forth. Like, how do you really look at your mom at that point as you're doing this?
Like I say, I ain't know. I was young. I didn't know the people I was affecting was around me. Like my mom used to say, I'm gonna lose my job. I'm gonna lose my job. And I ain't understand it until she was like, every time a school called me or every time somebody called me and say, your son in jail, I gotta immediately get up and leave work. My boss getting tired of hearing about your son always doing something. Your son always did. Your son always did that. Like you know what I'm saying? So I'm looking at
Okay,
it. I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it like it really didn't hit me till I got in the cell. You get what I'm saying? Like I ain't gonna lie, I still wasn't looking at it like while I was out doing it. Like I didn't see nothing wrong. I didn't feel like I was hurting nobody else. I just thought I was just hurting myself.
okay. I mean, you were facing 45 years. I mean, what does that do to
I
your
really
mental?
hold on. I really wasn't facing no 45 years. That's just what they in the system they'll keep telling you that. They'll keep telling you the highest number to scare you. You get what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
It wasn't set like the DA was like, hey, tell him this is first offer was 45 years. Like my lawyer came to me and was like, they offering 45 years, woo the woo woo woo. You know what I'm saying? But they talking. So you know how it go, like, you know.
Yeah, but still, I mean, there's always a worst case situation.
Yeah, like nah, for sure. You know what I'm saying? But
You know?
that charge hold 5 to 99 in Texas. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how it go nowhere else, but like Texas, 5 to
No, I
99.
mean, I mean, Texas don't fuck around. I mean,
They
Texas
don't.
still has a death penalty. I
Yeah.
mean,
When they
like it
say don't
seems like
mess with Texas, they mean that in every form of fashion, like for real.
right. So you managed to get 45 down to 2.
You're 10. I did 2 on the 10.
What does that mean?
You signed for 10-year sentence, came home on good behavior on the 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then you do 2 years and then what, 8 years probation or?
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, got it.
Shock.
Okay. So you end up going into an actual penitentiary at this point, an adult
Yeah,
penitentiary, right?
yeah. I was on like 4 or 5 different units. I went when I first caught chain, I left. I went straight to Huntsville, Texas. That's the Bird unit. It's called the Bird unit. I think that's a transfer unit. I left Bird unit. I left Bird unit and went to Robinson unit. I left Robinson. I stayed at Robinson for like 4 or 5 days. I left Robinson unit and my station unit was in Childress, Texas. Was at the Roach unit. I stayed in Roach most of my time, and I discharged at the Wiles unit, and that's when Dallas came and picked me up from Wiles unit.
Okay. And what was the biggest difference from going to juvenile to actual adult prison?
It's like it's a big difference. It's like they tell you once you get in here, like you ain't in juvenile no more. Like juvenile is like it's not hands on, really. You can't do nothing to a minor. You can't do nothing to a kid in the eye of the law. Like you can do a certain type of thing, but like when you're an adult, it's like you gotta swim for yourself in that water. Once you get in there, it's like a guard to turn their head and like shit, you gotta do your thing. You grown now. You know what I'm saying? But like in juvenile, it's put your hands behind your back. Say yes sir, no sir. Stand this way, look this way. Everybody stand in the corner, whoop the whoop. It's like you always being monitored in juvenile. In prison, in TDC adult, it's like they not watching. It's like whatever happened sometime. You get what I'm saying? So like it's a big difference. Like, yeah.
What do you think was the worst thing that you experienced in prison?
Fighting for my commissary. I had 6 fights. I won 2, lost 4.
Mm,
Yeah.
that's real.
Yeah. But out of that 4 I lost, they gonna tell you he ain't no hoe. You get what I'm saying? So
And this whole time, you're not even rapping at all.
nah, man. Uh, I always had the talent to rap and sing, man, but nah, we wasn't. We didn't know we was gonna be here on Vlad TV today with all the ice on. Nah, we ain't know that, man. We ain't see this coming right here. So nah, man. I was just regular.
Okay.
I was just regular old Mo3, man.
Okay. So you get out, and I guess your dad was the one that encouraged you to start
Yeah,
rapping.
yeah. He encouraged me before I left. Before I caught chain to TDC. Before I caught chain, he came to visit me because it was like once they visit me in the county, they know where I was finna go was so far. And ain't nobody have cars like that to be, you know, going way out there. So, they did all they can to visit me in the county in Lou Sterrett. And so like that last conversation I had with him, man, he was just like, what you gonna do when you get out of here, man? I don't know what else to do. So I wasn't smart in school, so I don't know nothing else. Like shit. He was like rap. I was telling him, man, they don't nobody make it in no rapping. Like, not around here, ain't nobody make it in no rapping, bro. Like, you know, he was like, shit, just tell your story. He said, everything you done ever did, just rap about it. You ain't gotta do it no more. Just rap about it. I did that shit.
Okay. So you get out. and you started rapping. And, you know, Dallas is kind of buzzing right now, but back then it really wasn't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There
Yeah.
was no, you know, all these popular Dallas artists that you see these days getting deals. That just wasn't even happening back then.
Yeah, it would.
So here you are trying to make some noise in Dallas. And what started happening in the beginning?
I make a song. It's a remake uh, of some other Dallas artists that came up before me at the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I always used to listen to them. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm just fucking with the song one day, and I remake the whole song. And shit, I let somebody hear it, and they was like, "Bro, go record this, bro. Like, go record this shit." I ain't had no studio money. You get what I'm saying? Like, my cousin, he in the feds. He had ran a studio. He in the feds right now. And he was just like, little nigga, shit, you stay out of trouble. Use my studio. You know what I'm saying? For free. You know what I'm saying? That only lasted for a certain amount of time, but the time that he let me get it, like I used it to my advantage. I go and make the song. I link up with this nigga named Spliff from Oak Cliff. I link up with him, and they looking at me crazy. Like, I'm from the North. So, you know, I walk in the studio full of Oak Cliff niggas, and they like, man, who you is? Woo woo. I'm like, man, I'm such and such. I'm 3. Oh, Courtney B, your cousin? I'm like, yeah. So they were like, what you trying to do? You know, I produce, I make beats and shit. I run his studio. He told me to record you. You know what I'm saying? So I tell him the song that I'm finna remake, it was like a big song, like for Dallas history. So when I tell them I'm finna remake it, they look at me crazy like, nigga, you finna fuck, hell nah, nigga. You finna fuck this song up. Hell nah. Like the nigga who was producing, I was like, bro, I just need you to remake the beat like this. I want it to sound like this. And he was like, man, hell nah, bro. Like, I don't wanna be a part of that shit. Like, fam, you finna fuck up a Dallas classic. I said, bro, just do it. He made that bitch. I went in there and spit that hoe. Nigga was like, bro, you cold in the bitch. You icy. Like, you know what I'm saying? What else can I make for you? There, me and him be at the relationship right there. What else can I make for you? So boom, like after that, it started circulating, man. So, you know.
Okay. And your first few big songs were like Hold Your Tongue,
Yeah,
All the Way Down.
yeah, that's the song. Hold Your Tongue. That was the remake. There it
Oh,
go.
that's the
That's
remake.
my first
Okay.
song. That's the remake.
Okay. And then you released your first album. What was it? Shot Us Reloaded?
No, Shadows. See, Shadow Reloaded what got everybody to pay, like what got everybody on. Like Shadow Reloaded to everybody was my first one. But Shadows was the first one, like, to let niggas know, like, shit, I'm trying to do something, like, I got something to say. But Shadows Reloaded is what broke everything, like. So people take like Shadows Reloaded, they look at that like that's the first one. You know what I'm saying? That's the second one. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay. Okay. And why the name Shot Us?
it's my favorite gangster movie.
Oh, the Jamaican movie.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've actually I interviewed Kamani Marley.
Yeah,
We talked
okay.
about that. Yeah. Now, that's a
Yeah,
dope movie,
that's
man.
my favorite movie, man. Yeah.
Yeah. They were supposed to make a part 2 at one point, but that never happened.
Yeah, I remember
Yeah. I
that.
mean, shit, DJ Khaled is in it.
They had yeah,
Wyclef is in it.
Wycliffe in there.
Uh, bunch of people.
Yeah,
Bunch
man.
of people,
That's
man.
the
That's
skinny
a
DJ
hood
Khaled. Didn't
classic.
nobody
Yeah,
know.
the skinny
A lot of
DJ
people didn't know
Khaled.
that was
Exactly.
DJ Khaled out there with the burner. Yeah, on the block. Yeah.
Exactly. And why the name Mo3?
Uh, uh, my daddy named Third. It's kind of my daddy Triple L Cool Man. That's Third. You know what I'm saying? So I'm his junior. I'm Lil 3. You know what I'm saying? Now I got a Lil 3. Now I got my son, he a Lil 3. But at the time, I was Lil 3 to my daddy because his name Third. And on my mama's side, they call me Lil Mo. So it's Lil Mo. I'm over there with my mama people and them is, oh yeah, my cousin, that's Lil Mo. That's Lil Mo. You know what I'm saying? I'm over here when I'm thugging on the summertime with my dad and them side, yeah, Lil 3. Woot, woot. It's Mo3.
Okay. So right around 2016, that's when things started to kind of take off with rap.
Yeah. 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 You can say that.
Okay.
You can say that.
So what starts to change when now you're actually getting to transition away from street money into real, legit music money?
Yeah, it was shit. Popularity, like I always been somebody, like no cap, like I always been popular. Like I was the kid getting in trouble and shit at school and in the neighborhood, like running with the cliques and shit. Like I always head honcho, like, like so I always had a name before the fame. Like I knew I was gonna be something. You get what I'm saying? So like all it did was just piled up on top of popularity, just piled up and it just went through the roof. Like, cause now it's like we was looking up and hanging with this Mo3, but like now it's this Mo3. So, all it did was just a lot of more benefits, a lot of more different relationships. I got to see a lot of different shit, a lot of different experiences and shit. So, it was fun. Plus that money, like, when you ain't never had no money like that type shit, like, oh yeah, I was having fun. But I had 7 cars at one time.
Well, you had 7 cars.
Yeah, man.
Okay, can you name the cars?
I had Porsche 911. I had AMG 550. I had a Benz Coupe, a 350. I had a 2015 Camaro on Foes. I had a Challenger, a white Challenger. I had a goddamn it was like a Jeep Cherokee, a black one, and I had that 640 Beamer. Yeah.
Okay, I mean most of those are luxury cars.
Yeah.
I mean,
Once at one time.
what's the point of having 7 cars? Like I've had 2 cars at one point, and I'm like, I don't even need these 2 cars. Let me get rid of one of them.
You want me to keep it real? I'm gonna keep it real with you.
Let's hear it.
I like keeping it real. I told you about that popularity with your name. I got different relationships. I ran into a car dealersman who was jugging me the cars. I just cashed them out. And I was getting them bitches. Like, fuck going through the people, going in there. I ain't had to do none of that. I'm bringing him that cash, he gonna bring them keys. Like, so I just kept get every time I do a show, he used to send me. It's like every time you do a show, you go get another car. Yeah, like go, like come on, like yeah, like for real.
All right.
Like for real,
Hey, man. If that's how you want to do it, that's how you're gonna do it. The insurance costs alone though must have been kind of crazy.
Parked in different places. You know what I'm saying? I ain't have enough garage room. 2 condos, a house. So they was parked over here, parked over there, parked over here. They were parked everywhere.
Okay. And growing up, Boosie was your favorite rapper.
He's still my favorite rapper.
Still your favorite rapper.
He ain't my favorite rapper. He my favorite street nigga. That's my favorite person. Not a rapper.
I mean, Boosie's one of my favorite people too. I mean, he's a regular on Vlad TV. Yeah. I know you've seen the interviews.
I have. I seen what he be up here.
I know you've seen the interviews.
Yeah, I have.
Well, you actually ended up linking up with Boosie at one point.
Yeah. He called me.
Oh, he called you?
Yeah. Was it 2016? He called me in 2000. He FaceTimed me. I thought I was.
That's what Boosie does. Boosie will FaceTime you out the blue.
Somebody gave him my number and he FaceTimed.
And then you guys actually started doing some music together.
Yeah. He FaceTimed me. I was in the barbershop. Getting a haircut. I damn near fucked up my haircut. Trying to look at that FaceTime. Like shit. After that, I met him in the mall. Redbird Mile in Oak Cliff in Dallas. He had a show down here, and he was doing a meet and greet in the mall at the Foot Locker and shit. I think it was a Champs of Foot Locker. It was one of them. I went in there, shit. It's on YouTube and shit. That whole video clip where I met him and shit. Like, oh, this the nigga I've been hearing about. You know what I'm saying? Woo. After that shit, he flew me to his house and shit. We got it on.
Right. I mean, he actually co-signed you.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. Appreciate that to this day.
I mean, how did it feel to have your favorite rapper co-sign you like that?
That's what I'm saying. That's some more shit. That's how I know, like, we really hear it. Like I say, we really hear on Vlad TV. Like that type shit. Like, we really hear it. Like, that's how I knew. Like, damn, folks. Like, it's one thing to have a rapper. It's one thing to have a rapper co-sign you. You know what I'm saying? But like, when it's your favorite rapper, who you know word for word, who you live by, like who you wake up and listen to on your way to school and shit, call your phone and invite you to his house and shit. Like, yeah, man. Yeah, we here. That shit real.
Well, I think it was on Say Cheese that you talked about our Vlad TV interview, how most rappers getting killed in their own city.
Yeah,
The Boosie interview. You said that really affected you.
yeah, yeah. Nah,
I mean, being the hottest rapper in Dallas, comes with a lot of love, but also comes with a lot of hate, especially when you're the only one,
it do.
at the time.
Yeah,
So what started coming in terms of the hate part?
like what you mean?
Well, just being in your neighborhood and being Mo3 the
It
famous
started.
rapper instead of just being Mo3 the neighborhood star.
It started with It started the hate. The hates in the neighborhood started with old gang members that I used to get into when I was right here at this level. Even when that beef was dead, once I got here, they just restarted it all over again. You know what I'm saying? This was a perfect time for them for them to be on. This was a perfect time for them to be heard and, shit. And it was like easy. It was right up their alley. Like, shit, we done already beef with Mo3 before when he was just that Mo3. It ain't gonna be hard. You get what I'm saying? Like, so that's where the hate started with that. Like, yeah. And shit, everybody ain't a fan of you. So them became haters. The people who don't like you, they became haters. So it's like, shit, it circulated. But different situations, it get realer and realer. It get worse and worse. Like, so.
Well, I mean, you've actually talked about getting into a bunch of shootouts.
Yeah.
You actually never got hit though.
Nah, thank God.
I mean, if you were to count how many shootouts you've been in, and I don't care about the actual situations, but if you were to say how many times were you in an area where bullets are flying around you?
I'm in shootouts out 15, so shit's too many.
15 shootouts.
No, I said I've been in shootouts since I was 15. So
Oh, okay,
so
sorry.
it's
Oh,
so it's stay up there. It's a lot.
okay. And at a certain point, do you go, okay, like I'm just getting lucky now? You know what I'm saying? Like a little bit, if that gun would have been a little bit, a couple millimeters over to the left,
Yeah.
it'd be like, oh man, Mo3 was the hottest in the city. We're going to put him on a t shirt.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, bullets don't have a name, bullets don't really have a function. Once they leave that gun, you don't know what's going to happen.
No, you don't.
Ricochets, the whole nine.
No, you
Like for example, I just interviewed, we haven't put out this interview yet, but I interviewed Keek the Sneak from my hometown of Oakland. He got shot up in his car. His whole spleen got removed.
A lot of people rooting for me. A lot of people feel this shit is just unjust. But then they don't even know about the part that I don't have a spleen. They remove my spleen. They don't know about the part my immune system is not that strong.
This is the shit that people don't glorify and people don't talk about. But this is what happens when you're talking about bullets.
Yeah. Nah, I know the ins and the outs. I know the goods and the bads with this shit. What you sign up for, you supposed to already know what you up against. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, I was one of them that was blessed. Like I know a lot of people. I know a lot of real gangsters and real street niggas who never been to jail. Like fuck getting shot. I know a lot of gangsters and real street niggas who never been to jail. So it's like, and them be the ones that be blessed. Like, and I was one of the ones that were blessed to never be, hit up. So came close a lot of times.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you said you've been on paper since 2006.
2006, man.
It's 13 years now.
Yeah, man. I just got off 2017.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then in 2017, there was a shooting that happened at a nightclub.
Yeah.
And you got arrested for that.
Yeah.
What were they trying to blame you for?
A shooting.
Okay. Oh, so they were trying to blame you for the
Social
actual
media,
shooting.
social media. It's still on social media to this day. If you type in on social, I ain't talking about YouTube and shit like that, Google. I'm talking about if you go to social media, Facebook carry old posts. It's still like, it still say them old posts. You know how it pop up in your shit like a memory. a lot of the memories pop up around that day, around that time. You get what I'm saying? And I just look at the old posts when people were saying, Mo3 did this, Mo3 did this, Mo3 did this. You know, once somebody say your name so many times, you know this who they gonna come get.
Okay, so you got arrested for that shooting.
Yeah.
What ultimately happened with that case?
It's over.
I mean, it got dropped.
It's over.
It's over.
No case.
Okay.
There's no case.
There's no case. Okay. Well, then a month later, you get arrested again for a fight that happened.
Yeah.
So it's happening like one after another. Like here you are, you're popping, and now you're getting arrested more.
Yeah, it's like it's going good for me, and then here come all this bad shit. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Well, because if something happens, people aren't going to know the random guy, you know, in the Nike sweatsuit. They're going to know Mo3.
That's right.
You're the recognizable one out of a group. You see what I'm saying?
That's right. That's fucked up.
It is fucked up.
The person with the name gonna get the blame. You get what I'm saying? I don't be knowing what be going on out here, man. Like I don't be. Man.
Yeah, I mean,
it
takes a minute. I mean, it takes a minute to get adjusted to fame and money.
Yeah.
Because you basically just can't keep doing the same shit between the arrests and the lawsuits and the haters and all the other bullshit. Like, it's like, you know, I've gone through my fair share of bullshit. Like,
it's like you're a dog with all these fleas on you, trying to get them bitches off. Like, they biting the shit at you.
Okay. And I guess you spent like $90,000 in lawyer and court fees.
Yeah. And to keep it real, keep it real. That was all the money I had at the time. I went broke. I couldn't buy my son no Similac milk. No $13 can of milk.
Wow.
Yeah. I wasn't finna ask nobody for nothing. You get what I'm saying? But, you know, shout out to the real niggas who ain't have to ask, who just stood up and, you know, just, I got you, bro. You get what I'm saying?
Well, you know, when I hear that someone spent $90,000 to stay out of prison, what that means to me is that if you didn't have that type of money, you'd be in prison right now. If you're a public defender, you'd probably be in prison right now.
Yeah, nah, facts. Facts.
Yeah.
Facts. Especially when you in this lane, you see Vlad, you see every big artist or somebody got something going for themselves, they gonna get you. They gonna do whatever they can. Like them prosecutors and them, they gonna get you. Like, so you better have some type of money or some type of relationship. We gonna get you. You get what I'm saying? So.
Yeah, I mean, especially with all the priors and the history and everything else like that.
And then they don't even make it look good. And they don't even, like, even though, you know, I tell a judge, I'm a changed person. Like, you know, I used to get pulled over. Like, thank God I ain't been pulled over in a long time. Last time I had my Hummer truck, that Hummer was, something was wrong with that Hummer. It was bad luck. That was last year. And this is like they kept pulling me over in that bitch. I got rid of that out. But it's like, they'll see all that shit that happened a long time ago. I'm like, fam, that is not me no more, man. I'm doing something else. You get what I'm saying? But it's like, it's gonna be there. So, you know.
So then, I think it was it last year that you dropped Everybody Not Your Friend?
Yeah.
You dropped it by yourself first.
Yeah, this Everybody Ain't Your Friend. The one with me by myself, 12 million views.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now on YouTube. That was on Shada's 3.0.
Yeah, that's me by myself. That's the original.
Right. And then you drop a remix with Boosie.
Boosie called me. He called me at DJ Khaled's house. I'm sitting in the parking lot, and he called me from Khaled's house. He was like, man, I need that everybody. Like, I'm trying to get on there. I was like, yo. He was like, nah, for real. Send it to me right now. I'm at DJ Khaled's house right now. I'm finna get in the studio. I sent him that bitch.
I mean, that's a hell of a song.
Appreciate it. That's real.
It's a hell of a song. And honestly, I mean, I like Boosie's version as well, since I'm a Boosie fan, but really you held that song down by yourself just fine. Like,
Appreciate it.
Yeah, and I think it's one of these like kind of messages that everyone can relate to. It's
I lost all my friends. All them niggas that stayed at my mama's house who I just told you, I lost all of them.
They're all gone.
They all gone.
I feel you.
Shout out to the niggas around me. Listen. This real life. You can just meet people that be realer than the niggas you grew up with all your life.
Yep. No, I mean, all of my old friends, I don't fuck with none of them anymore. None of them. As soon as I start getting successful, they start feeling like they deserve the money that I was making for themselves as well. Like I need to help them out with their current situations because they was just around. Not that they were helping with anything I was doing, just because they were around.
Facts.
And it turns into some fuck shit to the point where you can't keep fucking with people anymore.
You know what? Look, my partners back in the day, them niggas was always talented at selling dope. They was good hustlers. I didn't quite have it down packed. I'm a real street nigga. I done did everything. Like, they had it down packed. So, they had it to go buy new Jordans and 501s when they was hot. Levi jeans, go buy this, go buy this, go buy that. I couldn't do that. But not once did I ever hate on them though. You get what I'm saying? I watch my partners, we go to the club, I watch them, hey, can you pay me get in? Like, oh no, it's cool. Okay, you don't pay for me to get in, that's cool. I still ain't mad at you. I watch when we get in that picture booth, them pull out racks, and I'm the only one in the picture just holding up my hands, because I don't drink, so I ain't holding up no cup. Like, so I never hated though. I never hated. Like, my partners had cars and shit. They had their own apartments. I'm still staying with my mama or I'm living off a bitch. Like, I never hated. Never. Then when I get right here, it's like, 3, give us this, give us that. Oh, fuck you then, nigga. All right, so.
Yeah, I mean, it's growth. I mean, as you grow, if the people around you aren't growing with you, you kind of have to just, leave them behind. People don't like to hear that type of shit, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
Unless you're like a LeBron and you could really give all your homies jobs like that, like, realistically, if they're not pulling their weight, it just is what it is.
But teamwork make the dream work, man. Like, shit. Everybody can't be no rapper, so shit, I understand that, but help me do something. Nigga, go out here, pass out 1,000 CDs, nigga. Go run up here to the fly paste, nigga, print up 500 posters for me, go hang them up. Nah, I ain't finna do all that lame ass shit, nigga. I ain't finna do all that. Nigga, I ain't finna be hanging up no posters, nigga. What you think I am, a poster man, nigga? But you'll turn around and say, damn, bitch, I can't get 5,000. Oh,
Yep. Well, I guess your probation officer tried to get you to quit rap and get a regular job at one point?
Yeah, man. She told me rap wasn't no job. She told me that ain't no job. And was gonna violate me too.
Really, for rapping?
No, it was gonna violate me. If you're not gonna get no job, I'm finna violate you. Like,
that's what I'm saying. If you stayed as a rapper without a real job,
I'm rapping like this. How I'm paying these probation fees.
We interviewed Yella Beezy, who's also from Dallas.
Yeah.
And at one point there was some sort of friction between y'all, and he explained it on another interview how it was just some stupid shit that a girl was trying to get in the middle of.
Yeah.
So it really wasn't any kind of real beef. It seemed like the internet was trying to turn to something that it's not.
Yeah, it wasn't nothing. It wasn't no. Nah. Wasn't no beef.
And Yella Beezy's dope, man. I think, when you see people like you and Yella Beezy and Go Yayo and everything else like that, I think that you guys are lifting Dallas, just the perception of Dallas a lot. When Yella Beezy got shot up, what were your thoughts about that?
Shit, I gotta stay out the way.
Okay.
It's real out here. Shit, niggas getting hit up every day out here. Like, it's the world. Like, somebody right now, we talking right now, somebody right now probably getting shot up right now. Like, shit, you gotta stay out the way, man.
There was a song that you dropped recently, and in the beginning of the intro, it's like a couple people talking, and it mentions you and Yella Beezy. But I didn't really understand what it meant. Can you explain that?
Yeah, nah, they was misinformed about some rap beef, and I was like, nah, I ain't got no rap beef with nobody. I ain't got no rap beef with no rapper in my city. No rap beef. And they was just, all that was just something that they heard, shit. They not in the street, so, they their job is to report like the news. So, you know, they just going off what they heard. And, you know, so like, nah, I just cleared it up on my interview when I went up there and talked to them. Like, nah, ain't no rap beef, ain't no problem, man.
Okay. Now, what happened between you and Trap Boy Freddy?
What?
The Trap Boy Freddy.
What you mean what happened?
I mean, there was a story that y'all had some sort of situation and there was supposed to be some surveillance footage of, you know, someone getting ran down on the street or something.
Did you see it?
I did not see it.
Oh, well, I don't know what you're talking about because I don't know about nobody running down no street.
Well, hold on. I'm pulling it up right now.
Pull it up.
Shows some, I'm pulling it up. So I guess he claimed that he ran you down last year and there's some surveillance footage. And I guess you responded.
Do you see somebody running down the street?
Oh, I do not.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah,
okay. So you're saying that all that is just nonsense?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Internet be reaching. Vlad,
I've had Trap Boy Freddy on my show.
Shout out to all the rappers in my city. We is doing our thing. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm gonna talk about all that.
Okay, well I'm just saying
all
for the city.
All the rap we doing, ain't no rap beef, man. Ain't no rap beef. No. They can't put me. People can't put me in no rap beef, man. I don't get into all that, man. That make my skin crawl. Like it's nasty. Like,
well, I mean that's what I want to hear, man, because Dallas is popping right now, but all it takes is just a bunch of bullshit to happen between the rappers, and then, you know, a lot of doors will get closed. Because I guess at one point you got banned from performing in clubs in Dallas, right?
Hell yeah, for shit, damn near a year.
Right, that was over the shooting incident?
Yeah.
Right, so here you are.
And that was fucked up.
Right, you're one of the hottest dudes in the
Something
city.
That happened
you
in
can't
Fort
perform.
Worth, 45 minutes away from Dallas. Y'all telling me I can't come to clubs, I'm banned, and y'all trying to ban the music and all that. Something that happened 45 minutes away from Dallas. I didn't understand.
Right, and that's my point. I'm not here to try to drum up whatever beef it is. Like, I'm here to say, like, all this shit is bad for business. And ultimately, like, all y'all are winning in your own way.
Yeah.
And, you know, to put aside whatever bullshit, because this all just looks like bullshit, honestly, when I'm looking at it.
Yeah,
you know, grainy footage and whatever
I don't
the
even
fuck
see that.
else.
You know, internet, like, I don't even know the niggas who sit behind computers and put stuff together. Like, we're gonna put this right here, this look like this, and put this together, and make a big ass collage clip, like an old ass PowerPoint back in the day. Like, that shit goofy in the bitch, and like, and it just, I don't know nothing about none of that. Like, that shit crazy. You can't beat social media. The internet gonna always win. So like, it's like always. Whatever they say, the people gonna run with it. Like, so I don't even get into all that.
Well, like I said, man, I've had both of y'all on my show now, and it just seems like it'd be good for the city for all the bullshit to get put aside. You know, y'all don't got to be best friends, or y'all don't have to work on music together, but to just put the bullshit aside, everyone will end up making more money and getting more fans, and doing more shows and getting bigger deals and everything else like that. So I just want to put that out there.
Okay.
Well, at one point you actually had a deal.
Yeah.
With was it Epic?
It was Liger signed through Epic.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what happened with that whole situation?
Fort Worth shit.
What do you mean?
After that, it was just downhill. They didn't want nothing to do with me.
Oh, because of the shooting incident.
Yeah.
Oh, so you were signed to Epic and before
Ron Spalding.
Okay. And that situation happened, which you weren't even convicted for.
Yeah, but like, it was just so much of a thing that was just been going around. It was just like it was interfering with my whole little deal I just signed. You get what I'm saying? So.
Okay, and I guess you bought your way out of your contract?
Yeah.
Okay, that's gangster. I like that.
That shit ain't gangster.
No, buying your way out of your deal, I think that's kind of gangster.
No, you gotta understand. Buying your way out of a contract and lawyer fees. You get what I'm saying? So you gotta do both and both.
Yeah, I mean, but you signed. Yeah. You know, you can't get mad over a contract that you signed yourself.
Yeah, I ain't
ultimately.
mad. I mean, I'm past it. Like I ain't got no problem with them and with Liger and Ron Spalding. Shout out to them. You know what I'm saying? Like we over here now.
Okay. I mean, would you sign another deal with a major, or are you strictly independent now?
You know, if a situation is right, you know, I'm gonna do my thing. I got mouths to feed. I got people depending on me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Vlad, these niggas be lying when they be saying, oh, I'm independent. I do this by myself.
Yeah, I know.
You know, okay, I'm glad you know. I'm
know,
glad you know.
I
Social
know.
media don't seem to, don't fucking know. He biased, he independent. Nah. You just don't see old boy in that corner over there that's funding everything, that's putting the plays together. Like, so don't let these niggas be lying, talking about, yeah, you know, I did it all on my own. When they get to this, when they take off, like, no, it's only a handful of people. Like they talk like they was the Master P and Cash Money's around this hoe. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, bro. So like, yeah, a good situation come my way, like that fit me, fit my brand. Like, it ain't all about just signing no deal to say, nigga, I got a deal. Like, nah, it gotta make sense. Nigga, gotta add up. Like, you know, especially if it's a career. Like, you know, it gotta be longevity. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, yeah.
Right. I mean, we're in a time right now where you could be independent and potentially make more money than
Yeah,
being on
oh
a major.
no, facts, cause it's internet. Yeah, this technology, like, it's like, bro, look at y'all, bro. All these cameras in here and shit. Like, it's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot y'all can do with this shit. Like,
Right. I mean, this is all independent. Like what you're looking at, like this
I know.
office that you're in, I own all this shit.
That's what I'm saying.
100%. I don't have any partners. I don't have any investors. There's no corporation behind me.
Yeah.
This is all my shit. And honestly, 20 years ago, this would not have been possible.
That's what I'm saying. So that's why I'm saying, like, this shit right here, that's why I said that, like, this shit right here, like, it's independent. Like, you know, say cheese, independent. My nigga Sean Cotton, like, shit like this. So I know with this technology and this internet, all this shit going on, yeah, you know.
It seems like you have some new jewelry on.
Yeah.
Some new chains.
Yeah. Hold on, I brought my boy with me. You see him? That's Roy Lee.
Who's that?
That's Roy Lee, man. I brought my boy.
Okay.
Yeah. Bitch, we on Vlad. You ain't get my nigga no interview. I brought him with me. We on Vlad TV, nigga. For real.
He ended up passing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Rest in peace, man.
Yeah.
Why the name Osama on the chains?
Yeah. Oh, look. Get that Osama 3 line on the bottom of that bitch, too, and diamond. And I'm done nobody catch that because I know it got a lot going on. 257 carats and shit. But Osama 3 line on the bottom. Man, that's my man, I'm a Gemini, man. So you know, that's my other me. Osama is my other me. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
That's the bad guy.
All right. I mean, and it obviously comes from Osama bin Laden.
Yeah, that's my uncle.
That's your uncle.
Yeah. I'm nephew.
Okay. I mean, why compare yourself to, you know, who the world's biggest terrorist, essentially?
Cause in this game, I'm like a terrorist. Like, I might be this tall, but you know the bombs be little. The littlest bomb got the biggest. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. I mean, what's it like going through the airport with an Osama chain?
Man, it's funny every time. I get to laugh every time.
What does Homeland Security do when they look at it?
Bro, listen, I get a special search every time. It's cool though. You know what I'm saying? They don't be disrespectful. They just want to be careful. But it be funny though, because I be like, man, listen, I'm black. I'm a nigga. You know?
I don't know though, man, with the beard.
Yeah, then I got the beard. I said they fucked it up when I got the beard, so now I'm looking real, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking real terrorist around this bitch.
I mean, you kind of, you know,
you got the gun on it too?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah.
Like you
now, you
gotta make it a little too easy for them.
You gotta see the white people face, boy. They be like, I be like, man, it's all right. They be looking like, y'all finna let him get on this airplane? I be like, man.
Oh, so you don't even try to put your jewelry in your bag. You actually are wearing it.
Nah, because I don't, we already got to go through the metal detector thing. So when you go through there, put your hands up. Everything that they going to see already, they ain't got to search and look through that and be dragging it. They see it on you. So they be like, oh, just count this. all this right here, you just count that. Okay, boom, we count that shit. You know what I'm saying? Instead of going through there and be like, it's like you don't want them to go to your bag and pull out a Osama chain with a gun on and be like, I'd rather just wear it so you know it's a necklace. It's a necklace. It's just a necklace. You know what I'm saying? So,
I mean, we're kind of in an interesting time right now with chain snatching.
yeah.
Did you see the whole YBN Almighty J situation?
Yeah.
You see how badly his face got cut?
Yeah, it's fucked up.
It's 300 stitches. You know, people talk about $150s. I mean, that's two $150s right there.
Yeah, it is. That's
I mean, do you feel like a target walking around with that much jewelry?
God on my side, and God gonna be on their side. So God is on their side, and God is on my side. So I'm all right.
Okay.
I'm
Do you
wearing
have
my
actual security?
I pay for this motherfucking necklace. I'm wearing this bitch.
Okay. I mean, do you have actual security with you when you walk around?
No, I just got good friends, man. We are good friends, and you know, I got my homeboys with me. You know, security sometimes is with me with the shows and stuff. You know, when the promoter book me, you know, they got their own security. You know, that accommodate me and shit. Shout out to them. You know, but other than that, like I ain't worried about none of that, Vlad. So you know, I ain't got no security. I'm not out here. Nobody chasing me down, trying to do nothing to me. So I ain't worried about none of that.
Yeah, I go and get regular security when I go out. Fuck that shit. I go and get actual armed, you know, professional security.
Yeah,
So
nah, you know, certain situations you do have to do that. You get what I'm saying? It ain't about being hard, it ain't about being gangster. You know, it's about sometimes saving yourself a case, you know, and doing it the legit way, doing it the right way. But like I say, like, nah, I ain't got no security around me. I ain't really too much focus on that. I don't think about the negative. You get what I'm saying? Like I'm always trying to keep a positive mind state. Cause if I think about somebody snatching my chain, like the day ain't even gonna be going right. Like,
well, I mean, unfortunately, in this day and age, you know, because you talked about how, you know, you heard there's money on your head. I mean, I've gotten those type of DMs. You know, I've gotten someone DMing me saying they put 30,000 on my head.
You be watching everything. What you do? Sit on the computer?
I'm looking at this DM like I got 30,000 on your head.
Growing up? You grew up on the computer. Just you knew everything about the computer.
What do you mean?
Like when you was growing up, like you knew, like
of course.
You was
That's me.
You was hacking shit, looking into shit you had no business looking into.
Yeah. No, I mean, like I said, I've had people DM me and say they put 30,000 on my head. And you know, you talked about you getting those type of DMs and those type of rumors also.
I get that all the time. It's normal.
It is. Unfortunately, you're right. It becomes normal after a while.
It do become
the first
normal.
time you see it, you're like, "What the fuck?" And then you're like, "Another one of these."
Yeah, another one of these. Like somebody threatened my life. Like, man.
Yeah,
I remember
at one point. Well, I remember at one point I said, "Fuck it, let me just go to the police station and see if I could just report this to have a paper trail." And they were like, "Well, we can't really do anything about this because it's only considered a threat if it's credible. Like if they are in your vicinity with a gun or something like that. If they just DM you some shit like that, it just doesn't. We can't even do nothing about it. So it's like you just gotta sit there and put up with this bullshit."
I'm scared for my motherfucking life of all these motherfucking threats I'm getting.
Yeah,
I got kids.
Yeah, I mean. Yeah, man. I mean, I got guns in my house. I'm not fucking around. I live in a gated community.
Nah, man.
Yeah. Yeah, man. But I mean, you see the situation with YBN Almighty J. I guess you know the Rap-A-Lot chain got snatched, and now you see Jay Prince. You know, doing his whole thing. Do you know Jay Prince at all?
Yeah.
Being from Texas.
Yeah, I know them.
Okay.
Invited me to their dinner.
Okay.
I was eating steak and shrimp with T.I., Jay Prince, Meek Mill. Who else was there? Trey the Truth. I don't know. Yeah, man. I shout out Trey the Truth, man, for that, man. Yeah, like that was a nice.
Trey's a homie, man.
That was a nice experience, man. Like, yeah. So,
why do you think there's a certain type of stigma behind stealing a Rap-A-Lot chain?
It's just like a chain you don't take. Like that man built a legacy behind that chain. It ain't about that chain, it's that name on that chain. You get what I'm saying? People think it's about the chain. It's that name on that chain. Like you just don't do
Yeah, man. I mean, Jay Prince is considered the boogeyman of hip hop for a lot of people.
it. Yeah, he cool.
That's what I heard.
Yeah,
That's what I heard,
shout
man.
out,
We were supposed to do an
shout out
interview.
to old
It
man,
never
man, he
happened.
cool.
But me and Willie D are actually pretty good friends, and me and Scarface are cool. So
Really?
I've heard all the little Jay stories over the years. We'll just leave it at that.
Yeah.
You know, there's a very interesting kind of thing that I just want to talk to you about when it comes to hip hop and when it comes to street mentality. You know, recently I interviewed a regular on the show. His name is BG Knockout.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with him? BG Knockout, he used to roll with Eazy-E. He's a Crip, you know, from Compton, you know, who'd been in and out of prison his whole life. And he said something very interesting, you know, about the concept of snitching. So you would not snitch on your worst enemy?
No, I can't. No, I wouldn't. See, there's a thing. Let me just tell you this. Now, this is something I tried to talk to my homies about, if they remember, right? But like certain gangs or certain races and groups have certain policies. You ever heard the book called The Art of War?
Yeah, Sun Tzu.
Okay, so this is one of the books that, you know, prison gangs and groups read in jail. They study this book and they live by it. Now, the whites in prison have a policy that they can tell on anybody that's not a part of their group. It comes from the art of war. It's pretty much, you know, getting rid of your enemy by any means. And the greatest war fought is one that, I mean, the greatest war won is one that you don't have to fight necessarily, right? So, they have this thing, yo, and one thing that I do know is that if you at war, at odds with somebody or with an enemy, and you don't fight the war the same way, you're probably not gonna win. If you're not willing to go to the same extreme, you're probably not gonna win. You know? So I presented this idea to my homeboys, you know what I mean? And they so stuck on the old days, like, you know what I mean? Like the old ways that hasn't gotten us anywhere.
From your point of view, when it comes to snitching, are you allowed to snitch on your enemies, or are you just not allowed to snitch at all?
Listen, if you out here doing something you ain't got no business doing, you need to stand up on all 10 toes that God gave you and be a man and accept your consequences. You don't need to, if you're not gonna do that, you don't need to even be jumping in that game. Like, that's just point blank period. Don't even, like, you sign up for boxing and you get punched in the mouth, you can't be crying. You sign up to be a chef in the kitchen and the fire jump up off the stove and burn you, you can't be trying to sue these people saying that they kiss. If you ain't got no business doing something, you know what I'm saying, like, just stay out, just you know, leave it alone. The streets is the streets, stay on the sidewalk.
Stay on the sidewalk. Have you had a situation when people snitched on you?
My best friend.
Your best friend snitched on you?
Best friend.
Can you talk about that situation?
Yeah, that's what I went to prison for.
Oh, for the 2 years?
Yeah.
Over that robbery? Oh, well, it was 4 robberies, you said.
I only had 2, but I took his 2. After I took his 2, he still told on me. I already took your 2. What did you tell for?
Okay, wait, hold on. This sounds crazy. So you had 4 robberies.
I had 2.
You had 2 robberies you being charged for.
Then I came back and got indicted 2 more times. But I'm knowing that these not mine. It's cool. I'm gonna take my partner charge. I'm already in here. He not in here. I'm already in here. You went and told on me. Why I was already taking the charge anyway. Like,
so your best friend, who I guess was involved in all this whole time?
Yeah.
You get caught.
He in the feds right now.
Okay.
For doing something. You see, listen, karma's a motherfucker. He in the feds for something he ain't even do.
Okay, so you take these 4 charges. He gets picked up, I guess, as part of the investigation or something?
We got picked up together.
Okay.
Yeah, we got picked up together. I just stayed because my background,
Uh-huh.
he had no
Okay.
record.
So then he turned around and just told on you in terms of...
They turn around, you know, like I say, we ain't had no money to bond out. His mom and them had some money to bond out. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So prior to my probation, I already was on probation, like juvenile probation. Like, you know what I'm saying? So everything on my end was just fucked up. But him, he got a bond. His mom and them bond him out, you understand? But you still, just because you bond out don't mean the case over with. Like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? So he had the case. That's his case. Like, his name was on the paper. It's your case. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know what they did to him, bro. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't there. I was in a cell. I was on the North Tower, 7W01 in Lou and they know that's the jungle. In Dallas, you on North Tower, it's rocking. It's the jungle. Ag tank, capital murder tank. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm 17 over here. Like, and he was older than me. So, shit. They put that pressure on him. Basically, what was sold was, shit, you gonna take this charge, you know, it looked like he the mastermind. Look at all his prior charges. They the same as these. You don't have no background. I can't really believe that you had something to do with what he did because you know what I'm saying? It looked bad on my end already. Yeah, he went ahead and told you that he did that, and he did that, and did this, and whoop the whoop. But I'm taking the charge. I was like, I'm calling home. I'm sending kites and mail. Like, tell them chill. I'm gonna take that. You get what I'm saying? Like, that was my best friend.
Did he just walk away from it? He got no time?
Yeah, he walked away. Scotch free.
Wow. Wow. And you were facing 45 years at one point.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you ever see him after that?
Yeah.
Okay. What
Showed
happened?
up in my video shoot. The Hold Your Tongue.
The guy that told on you showed up at your video shoot.
Yeah.
Okay. And what happened?
We was on the block. We was on Forest Lane. He walked up. Big Mama's Chicken sit in the corner. And then it's a gas station across the street. I seen him when he was walking. We in front of the shoe store and we in front of Sharks. It's a little fish and chicken spot right there in the hood. I see him walking from a distance. I'm already seeing him. Like, everybody right here, the cameraman right here, will do it. And I see him coming. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, he know what to say. What's up, bro? Like, what's up? I see you doing your thing, bitch, shooting the video and shit. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. I love that nigga so much. I was cool with him for a little bit. It didn't settle in my head that this nigga told on me. You get what I'm saying? I was used to going to jail all my life, Vlad. So, like, he never been to jail before. I tried to make up every excuse for him. Like, man, he ain't know no better. He ain't never been to jail. He couldn't handle that. He whoop the whoop. But he was older than me, and he always was like, you know, I'm this, I'm that. So I ain't gonna lie, like, I ain't just right off the muscle, just, oh yeah, bitch, we buddy, woo. But like, you know, nigga, exchange number, you know, we talked about the situation 1,000 times every time I got mad. Like, fine, like, you know. But then after that, it was just like, all right, I settled in. Nigga, you a rat. I can't fuck with you.
I mean, did he actually apologize to you and take responsibility for what he did, or was it always an excuse?
He never apologized. He apologized for not writing me and not putting no money on my books. That's what he apologized for. Nah, that's what he apologized for. He was like, bro, my bad, fool. I ain't never been in no situation like this. Woo, 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 woo. We young and shit. I don't know what's going on. So, you know, he apologized for not writing and putting no money on my books. But like, now about the whole other shit, like, his brothers, they some real street niggas, they some real gangsters. They even was like, you ratted on them, fam. I'm on your side though, cause you my brother. Blood thicker than water. I ain't on Mo3 side. But you ratted on your partner. You get what I'm saying? But I'm still on your side, you know, cause you my brother. That's how they put it to him. You know, but they won't let them know, like, you told on that little nigga, fool. Like, so.
Yeah, well, you know, I interviewed Freeway Ricky Ross,
Yo,
who was, you know, one of the biggest drug dealers, you know, in America
yeah,
at one point.
yeah.
And he said something very interesting.
What would happen if he walked in the room right now?
Oh, nothing.
Nothing.
I have absolutely nothing against him.
Really?
Nah. Wasn't his fault. See, the way I look at it is, first of all, I made the mistake of getting in the drug business. That was my first mistake.
Mm-hmm.
My next mistake was I went back into the drug business after I said I quit.
Yeah.
So what he did is he only did what people do in the drug business. They tell. They set you up. And for somebody to go into the drug business and not understand that, which I was in the drug business and didn't understand it, but I came to grips with it.
No, that's right. That's 100% right. But this the thing. It's who you get snitched on by. Like, damn. I could expect him to tell on me or her to tell on me or him to tell on me, but like, you tell on me? Like, that's where it be fucked up. It like, damn. It's like, damn.
Yeah, I mean, he got snitched on by his plug.
See, that's crazy.
His own plug got on the stand and gave him a life sentence.
See,
And I mean, he managed to beat it by, you know, finding some loopholes. You know, he didn't even know how to read going into prison. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, but he said he has no problems with the guy that told on him because he took responsibility for, you know, something. I made the decision to do crimes, and
I
there
got
you
no
go.
problem. I got no problem with the nigga that told on me. Like, I'm doing my thing now, bro. Like, I'm not even worried about this. I'm glad all this happened. If none of this would happen, I wouldn't be right here. They asked me, do you know, going to jail? Yeah, like all this shit, like going to jail, going through the struggle, going through all that. I'm glad all that shit happened. I'm glad all my partners turned into hoes and snake ass nigga. I'm glad all that happened because shit, we here now. They made me this. Like, yeah, that struggle, that poverty, yeah, that not having nowhere to stay, that sleeping in their car, that my partners acting like hoes, that my niggas trying to ride me, that niggas telling on me, nigga, I'm doing time. All this shit made, I'm here Osama.
I mean, when you look at like the Tekashi 6ix9ine situation, and
Yeah.
you look at how he's telling on everybody, on everybody.
He's talking over here.
Well, you know, I had his baby mama come in and actually read his guilty plea deal. I know. Did you see that?
He said what?
I had his baby mama actually read his
Yeah,
guilty
I
plea.
seen that, man. Man, it's crazy.
I'm a cold piece of work, man.
You is.
Well, because here's my thing. I've always felt like, you know, I'm a civilian. I don't do no criminal shit. You know, all my Crip partners, I don't have nothing to do with none of that shit. Nothing. Like, you know, and I've always said, like, you know, if somebody robs me or whatever, I'm gonna go to the police. Like, this is, you know, this is what I do, and I'm not gonna.
That's respected because that's who you is. You get what I'm saying?
It's who I am.
Nah,
I've never
that's
been
re-
gang
that's
affiliated. I never
respected.
wanted to be gang affiliated.
Yeah.
You know, I've always said if you want to engage in any kind of thing, leave me out of it. But from my point of view, Tekashi was having all these gangsters around him do shit over beefs that he was starting himself, and then he turned around and told on everybody. And the fact that the legal system is actually allowing him to walk away while everyone else is doing crimes for shit that he's orchestrating, I think is just fucked up on just the fact that America even works this way. You know what I mean?
That's crazy. Nah, you're right. That's crazy. I pray I don't get in none of them situations. Like, hey man, we trying to take the high road. we ain't worried about none of this shit they got going on. You understand me? Like, shit, like that's fucked up.
And I think this is just a poster child of someone who, you know, does a bunch of shit on social media and thinks that it doesn't really apply in the eyes of the law.
Yeah, nah, facts.
Do you think in 2019, someone like a Tekashi could tell on everybody, you know, do a year or two, come out and be a hot rapper again?
Yeah. When they let him rap again, he gonna pack out them arenas. He gonna pack out them shows. The day they go give him a show, he gonna pack it out. It's crazy. It's crazy. This world and generation is not built off real shit no more. It's like that shit is out the window. I done had a nigga I used to look up, like not look up to, but I used to look at like real. Tell me some shit like, bro, fuck all that real shit. We gotta get with this other shit. You trying to be real and shit, man. Fuck all that. That ain't gonna get you nowhere. We gotta be doing this shit. You just do what they doing. And he really think like that. So, you know, it's like, I get on my phone all day and I scroll down my timeline. And it's really like that. You got 50,000 comments calling this nigga a rat, but you gonna have 200,000 in the stands when he get on the stage.
Yeah.
So he don't care. So he don't care about being a rat. Cause why this generation is like shit. I'm still gonna be a star. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. I think you're right. And you know, you do have people like Boosie who, you know,
let my nigga Boosie listen. Let Boosie. Speaking of Boosie, let Boosie would have did that. They would have killed his whole career. They would have said he did. See, nah, we ain't fucking with. Nah, hell, nah, bro. Everything that man ever built and said, like from badass to super bad to all the, you know what I'm saying? Like everything he ever dropped, they gonna tear it down. But you let Tekashi say it. You let Tekashi get up there and tell on everybody, and he gonna pack out the arena. That's crazy.
Yeah, if they release paperwork on Boosie telling on everybody, that would just be crazy. Yeah, but he built a certain type of fan base, though.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying? Like his fan base was kind of people like you.
Yeah.
Whereas, you know, you go to a Mo3 show or a Boosie show, it looks very different than a Tekashi show.
Yeah, it do. I mean, Boosie look the same. Yeah, we got the same fan base. Like they struggle in that building, man. They wanna hear that real shit, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I mean, and that's the thing about the internet is that now it's really up to the fans and what they prefer themselves. Like you could have hip hop fans who like Mo3 and Boosie, and have hip hop fans that like Tekashi, and the two don't have to intermix, and they don't have to follow the same rules and so forth. And you know, I'm not a fan of what he did, and that's why I've gone out of my way to kind of expose a lot of it.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I think that the average suburban white kid that listens to him all day long probably don't give a shit.
He don't give a damn. He don't give a damn. That suburban white kid can't wait till they get a show. He finna go out there. He finna rap his heart out. That's what he finna do. Like, and that's crazy, bro. Like, they don't understand though. They don't understand.
Yeah.
They don't understand what 6ix9ine did.
Yeah. I understand it. Like I said, I'm the one that actually broke that paperwork. You know, because the paperwork was sealed. It was actually, when he did it, it was sealed. If you read through it, it was purposely sealed because some of the people he told on, they were still trying to apprehend at the time.
Yeah.
So they didn't want to release it
until
they apprehended those people. And after they apprehended those people, then they released the paperwork and we got a hold of it. And we put it out.
Oh, man.
Yeah, man. It is what it is. Well, listen, man, Mo3, congrats, man. It seems like you've been leveling up like every year. You know, for the past 3-4 years, you've been leveling up. The songs keep getting bigger. You know, the jewelry's getting chunkier. You know what I mean? You had 7 cars before. I don't know if you have, 30 cars now. But it looks like you're doing well, man. It looks like you're doing well, and it looks like the fan base is growing. And, as a hip-hop artist, that's all you can really ask for.
Appreciate it, man.
Man. So keep doing your thing. Keep putting Dallas on the map, and, look forward to, having you come back and do it again.
Really, man. We here, man. Shout out to y'all, man. I appreciate y'all coming. Hey, man, you actually called me last year. No, 2017. I was supposed to come. I was supposed to come to Vlad, but there was so much stuff going on with the other shit. I couldn't even leave nowhere. So, like, perfect timing though.
Perfect timing.
You got
Glad you finally came.
Right on time.
Yeah, but we were early. You know what I'm saying? We were early on Mo3, just so everyone knows it, since you put it out there like that.
I was. Y'all called me in 2017. Yeah.
No doubt, man. Peace.
100.